So you wanna know about the first time I've ever been pulled over? Oh man, oh man. Oh man. Alright, where do I start? You guys are in for a treat. So basically, yesterday, which was April 4th, April 4th, 2018, I'm with my brother. We make good food. We're watching a movie, and the movie was like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, right? And we eat these really good sandwiches that I prepared, but my brother cooked the chicken, right? And let me tell you this in the sandwich because it's really good. It was like a pesto, sourdough bread, coleslaw, and tikka masala chicken. It was really good, like extremely good. And later, like when the movie was about to finish, my brother and I were like talking about like who's gonna do dishes. And keep in mind, we hate doing dishes. And we have a dishwasher, but we just still don't like doing it. Like I guess like touching that like nasty water. I don't know, but we just argued and like things got a little. At least he was joking around and it really got me mad. So I was just like, you know what? I didn't say a single word. I got the keys. I got my wallet, and I just left. But okay, this is a really important part of the story because like I'm driving a trap car. Like I'm talking about you put 20-inch rims on there in like a 1980s Toyota Altima. I don't know, not Altima. It's Nissan Altima. Toyota. I don't know, just some Toyota car. And like it looks like who's ever driving it, they're either selling crack, weed, or meth, or all of the above. Like this car looks like you put a 20-inch rims and hydraulics, you'd be the coolest guy on the block. That's the kind of car I'm talking about. And dude, oh my god, freaking plane. Alright, it's gone. So basically, it's like 12:30 at night and I leave, right? And I just want to really clear my head, and so I go down like this like windy hill, and it's not really necessarily a hill, but it's just a decline to get like to like the ocean area. And we go down, right, and there's a high school, and the high school looks like a church. Like it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful high school I've ever seen. And I was like, I've never been down that road because if I head straight, I know I'd go right to the beach. If I go left, I don't know where I end up. So I go left to check out the high school, and I was like, wow, it's really pretty, just to clear my head. Like for some reason, looking at beautiful architecture, it clears my head. But I go down, and then I see that there's a car coming in, so then I turn left because I hate when cars are behind me. I don't know why, but like anxiety starts to build up, and it's just super weird. But like I go left, right? And then I see that the car also turns left. I was like, okay, you probably live somewhere around here. And I was looking at like the architecture. I was driving pretty slow because like these houses are giga mansions. Like there's like a cylinder in the corner of the houses, and like they go up, and like they look like castles, and there's like cones on the top. And, like the cones are usually like rooms for like offices and stuff like that. And so then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let this car go by. So I go to the side of the road, and I look up and I see Newport Beach Police Department, and I was like, oh, god damn it. I'm in a trap car, and I'm in a super affluent neighborhood. What could go wrong? So I pull out my phone immediately, and like this is when, as they're driving by, so I look up, and I'm like, god damn it. So then I just type in my address home, because I was kind of lost, and I was like, I'm gonna get pulled over. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get pulled over. And if you manifest it, it happens. And I end up getting pulled over, right? But it's like, I wait a couple minutes, and I wait until they leave, right? And then I go around, I was following the navigation, and I see a car at the end of the road, which was like a mile away, or like half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, and I see a car turn right, and I was like, okay, that must be the cops. So I just go, and it was like the movies. As I'm going straight, I pass by one street, right? And I keep going, and then boom! The cop car ends up behind me, and I was like, god damn it. The same headlights that I saw all the way back there are right behind me again. It's the cops. And I'm in the trap car. I'm gonna get pulled over. So I drive super carefully because I was like, I want to know why they're gonna pull me over. So I keep driving. It's all going all good, right? I keep driving. And then, I swear to God, I turn right. And I was going to do this Burn Notice thing. Burn Notice is a TV show like an X-Files. It's really cool. Where it's, let's say you're going to turn left, right? But you put your right blinker on, right? So that as you turn left, the person who's following in the back has the right blinker. And they also turn left, so they're following you. And then I was like, they're cops. They're probably gonna think something worse, right? Because I mean, it's their job to protect the neighborhood, the city. So they're gonna think the worst. I get it. And I go to the right. I follow the blinker, and I go right. And I'm like going 5 miles per hour. I was like, I'm just gonna wait until they put their lights on. And I think they knew that too. So I just waited. And then they put their lights on, and I was like, God damn it! I like this, literally, seriously. Like I was like, God damn it. And I think they saw through the mirror, like through the rearview mirror, because I just smiled. I wasn't like, no. I just smiled and I was like, dang it. So I go to the side of the road, and they end up behind me, and then they stop, right? And then they put like this is like 2018 Ford Explorer, like, and they have like all like the add-ons for lights, and like, boom, the lights, and I'm just like, ouch. I was like, so bright. And I was like this the whole time as the cop. Officer Kofifi or Officer Coffee, it doesn't really matter. It just relates to coffee, and I thought it was kind of cool because it's like a movie. And Officer Coffee goes aside of me, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Officer Coffee with the Newport Beach Police Department." And I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And then he was like, but he looks into the car to see if anybody was in the rear seat or in the passenger seat, because he must have thought I picked somebody up, either like a friend or like a chick, because when you see this face, it's like, what's up, ladies, right? But anywho, I'm driving, and I'm not driving, he's checking who was in there, and he looked kind of confused, and he's like, do you have friends in the neighborhood? And I was like, no, I don't. And then I was wearing the UCSB sweater, Melissa sweater. And he's like, oh, UCSB, are you here for spring break? And I was like, oh, no, this is my girlfriend's sweater. Like, she gave it to me. He's like, oh, so what do you do? And I was like, well, honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Like, well, not right now, but like with my life right now. And he was like, oh, okay. He's like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, dude, I was like, dude, I get it. I'm in a trap car. So I literally said, no, I get it. And a car like this in a neighborhood like that, I get it, dude. Like, no hard feelings. And he just started laughing. He was like, no, that's not why I put you over. He said, I pulled you over because what a lot of people, like suspicious people do, who end up actually being guilty, is as soon as they see a cop car, they pull over and wait till they leave. So they thought that I was some suspicious stuff, to no good. And plus, he also said, like, there's been a lot of mail robberies in the neighborhood. And I was like, what the heck, that's weird. Because in my head, I was like, shouldn't they have like the best security systems in the world? Because like we're talking about like castle-like houses. And with like Range Rovers and Ferraris parked outside. It was kind of cool. But yeah, then he left, and then he was like, then I was like, yeah, no, I'm just around because I kind of like, after he said that, I was like, no, yeah, I'm just like clearing my head, because like my brother and I just got in like a little argument. And he's like, oh, like, is everything okay? And I was like, yeah, just some petty things. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, all right, well, have a good night. And I was like, oh, wait, I have a question. And then he was like, oh, what is it? And I was like, oh, so basically, this isn't my car, right? This is my girlfriend's grandma's car. And okay, some little backstory of some side context, I guess. That car, the trap car, is Melissa's car, because Melissa's grandma gave it to her for UCSB and like for her like little daily routine life stuff, right? I needed it because my car, the battery, it's a hybrid, right? The battery freaking died, and that's like $4,000. But luckily it's in a dealership right now, and it's getting fixed, and it's still under the warranty, so it's like, yes. But yeah, and so I asked him, I was like, hey, so like this isn't my car, right? And he's like, okay. And I was like, this is like my girlfriend's grandma's car. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I was like, if I were to get pulled over again, would it be, or should I get out my rent insurance or like the car's insurance? And then he was like, oh, the car insurance. And I was like, oh, okay, for sure. And then, I was like, all right, what was your name again? And he was like, Mr. Coffee, Officer Coffee. And I was like, oh, okay. So I put my hand out, and he's like, he like stunned for a second, and he's like, oh, okay. So then he like smiles, and then he's like, nice to meet you. And then I was like, yeah. Oh, one segment. And like, this is kind of like, the media got me mad a little bit, because I was scared. I wasn't cautious of the officer. I was scared of the officer, because I put my hands up the steering wheel, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? And dude, I swear to God, he asked for my license, like, I don't know, like 5 minutes after we're talking, and he's like, oh, could I see your license? And I was like, oh, yeah, totally, dude. So then I reached for it, and I was like, oh, wait, is it okay if I get my license? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. And then like, he felt like irritated, but like, I mean, I can see why, because like, they put a bad image on them, and like, I was like, okay, so I pull it out, and then, you know, he's like, oh, okay, like, you don't live in Oakley anymore? And I was like, nah, dude, I that's in Northern California, I moved down here. But yeah, that is my story of my first time. I know what I should have done. I should have asked for a picture, because it was my first time getting pulled over. Like a very like awesome, cool moment. I didn't get a ticket, and I should have asked for a picture of me handcuffed in the back of the seat. So I'll do that next time, because that would be a really, really cool picture. But I could totally see them like, we're not gonna let you out anymore. Haha, joke's on you. And I was like, you got me, man. And then yeah, that is my story. Alright guys, well tomorrow I have another video coming out, because it is Friday, and Fridays are definitely video days. And it's going to be about what not to post on an Instagram shout out. Alright guys, deuces.